All right, good morning and again, welcome. As we do our practice today, I just want to mention a few things. I mean, we may always think about others, but in particular, I'd like to mention Ito Sensei. Nicole Beauvoir, his wife, is in Japan and arrived there about a week ago. Yesterday, Saturday, in Japan time on Saturday, his part of his ashes were scattered at Mount Asama, one of the places that he frequently organized gashkus in his youth and was very significant in his study and development of Shintaido. So we're grateful to Nicole for making that travel, and the students that studied with Ito Sensei were with her for that afternoon and for dinner. So my gratitude to Nicole and to everyone for that. So think of Ito Sensei. And the other is to think of people, and the two that I'm thinking of immediately, we want to protect from harm's way is Sarah and Beavis, but there may be others that you know locally where the weather, climate, events have led. So certainly our heart and thoughts go to all the people in the Southeast after the hurricane there. So lots of people to wish and think well of. So in doing that, let us do a Yoshin just to open ourselves to the universe, share all that, and then take a moment to let it all filter through. So a big ah, opening our palms to the sky, share and receive, and then let's nurture ourselves so that we can nurture others. Bring our hands over our crown chakra. My right palm is closer and my left is on top, just lightly touching. Stand and receive and nurture yourself. And as our hands gradually drop down, keeping in front of us, it's as if we've emerged through, and anything that isn't serving us at the moment can be dropped and be shared with Mother Earth, and we can reclaim it later if we truly need it. And as we let it open, our palms open to the ground, our soles of our feet are open also, and we're grounding. Let's just take this moment again. Yummy. All right. So in the spirit of taking care of ourselves, let's first just get our body a little bit ready for Diamond 8 dye. The two features, there's many features about Diamond 8 dye, but the two that come to the most prominent for me is that our body twists as we do this and our eyes follow, so we move very big. So let's just start with a gentle forward back wakame. Sandra had us getting this going well with our hips and koshi. But just again, moving a little, feeling ourselves move in space, and raising our arms up a little higher, and side to side. And begin to gently rotate, don't force anything. This is beginning movements. We may not have warmed up yet to really feel like we can rotate. And as we rotate, let our eyes move with us. Looking over a shoulder if we can, and looking over the other shoulder. And the rotation goes all the way through the spine from top to bottom. Good, and let the hands come up higher yet. And now, to your ability, forward and back. Take care, this is a nurturing movement, not one that you gain by more strain. Do for yourself. Good, and side to side. And again, a little bit more of a pivot and turn. See, maybe millimeter by millimeter, you go a little bit further, maybe not. Maybe one side does more than the other. And let the eyes follow. One last big stretch up to heaven. And just let the arms drop. Good. All right. Shake out the feet while we're here too. All right, thank you all. All right, I'm going to start with my short sword. It's really more of a handle and a short blade. But go ahead, if you have a short sword you're working with, a Joe. If not, you're staying with an open hand, then go ahead and stay with our classic open hand Kaishoka movement. All are fine. And I'm going to put myself at a slight diagonal so that that helps people. You're able to see it in that. I will change periodically. All right, I'm starting with my sword on my right side. Within Shintaido and for our Kenjutsu movement, we bring the sword to the front. Left hand comes up and down to the left side. Diamond 8 die. So big, open, expansive, more flowing movement. Perhaps one breath and several movements as we get more proficient. All right, I'm going to open. Let's open or open your hands. And open to the top. Yeah. The sword is pointing straight up to Tenso. And feel that sword come down through into your body as you unify this expression of yourself through the sword. My knees soften and I ski forward. We're doing this stationary for the moment. Ski far forward. Bring it back slightly toward Kongo-e, but as you do this, begin to pivot to the side so that you're pointing the blade behind you and looking over your left shoulder. Good, and release. So let's just repeat that part. We'll add and build on it. Okay, I'm starting on my left side. Opening. Eyes look up toward Kenso, toward heaven, beyond the universe. Unify with that sword, with that expression of energy. Let it keep sinking down in through into your core. And then spear and share it forward. As I bring it back, I begin to pivot and look over my left shoulder with the sword blade facing back. Let's go on from there. The sword blade will drop to now be in a Chudon middle position. And I am going to go all the way across my body. Keep looking far back. Let my eyes follow as the blade drops down through the ground. Follow the blade slightly with your head, with your eyes looking upward, all the way up. Switch the blade direction and back down. Okay, let's go back and start that and review it, plus add the next piece. Open. Up to Tenso. Unify. There, into oneness. Oneness with everything. Let it sink. Reach our core, our center. Spear out. Bring it back slightly toward Kongo-e with a pivot to the left. Rotation. Look over my left shoulder. Blade facing behind me. My blade goes down to a horizontal position and my blade travels all the way in front in Chudon cut. Let it travel all the way through to my right side. Eyes and blade drop down toward the ground. Keep following. Follow it up, and it's gate on cut. Pivot at the top. Eyes continue to follow down through the Jogan cut. Keep it following all the way through the ground. All the way behind on the right side. Reach out far. Chewed on cut across the middle. All the way around on the left. Blade drops on the left. Now let's do a gate on cut. Again, up, up. Let the eyes follow. Rotate at the top, eyes follow, down with the Jogan cut. Okay, pause for a moment. Let's go back, review that, and keep adding. Shake your legs up a minute if you need to. Get your mind focused. Open. Up. Tenso, leg pointing high and upward. All the energy drops down through and into your being. Knees soften. Spear forward. As you come back, you pivot to the left so that your sword faces to your back on your left side, eyes looking in that direction. Down and across in a chewed on cut. All the way around, feel the flow as it drops down into the earth. And we follow and cut up, gate on. At the top, pivot and cut down, Jogan. Continue to flow. I'm going to reach out on my right side and come across with a chewed on cut. Dropping on the left, my eyes continue to follow. Down through the earth and beyond. Up, gate on. Down, Jogan. As I reach the bottom of this cut, I soften my stance again. I reach out behind now, pulling everything in from behind so nothing's forgotten. And we're big as you're gone. And back up to Congo V. Relax your arm. I'm going to change my position and see if it helps anyone if I face forward. We're going to now notice the other distinction between Dai and Sei is that with Dai, we will finish the movements that led from starting on the left into the movements on the right. Whereas with Sei, each cut has a formal stop, and the left-hand side led movements have a formal stop and then start again for right. Keeping in the Dai spirit of a flow, we will not have that final stop until we complete both left and right movements. A lot of words, let's practice. Reach across, open, opening up, all the way up. Let everything drop down in and unify. I step back just for the sake of the camera. Spear forward. Do not lie your belly on the sword. It's a mild bend with the hips, but an extension with the arms. We'll back up as we pivot to the left and my blade faces back. Blade drops down to become in a neutral position or a horizontal position across the body, chewed on. All the way far, follow with the eyes. As the blade comes down on my right side, my eyes follow. Up, up, gate on. Pivot at the top, down, Jodan. Keep letting your eyes follow, and reach out far to do a Chudan cut. Let it travel behind on the left as the blade re-angles, cutting down through the earth and beyond, and up and out. Gedan. And down, Jodan. And I soften my body, I reach far behind, capturing everything in a Dajodan cut. Put. Come back up, Congo 8. We will now go immediately into the right side focused movement. So ski and drop forward. Come back up. As I turn and pivot on my right side, my blade faces back over my right shoulder. Looking far, eyes follow. Preparing for a Chudan cut all the way across. Keep following. Blade goes down and your eyes follow. Gedan. Up to the top. Jodan. Let's go and let's see if we can finish the sequence. We'll repeat it several more times. Reaching across. Chudan cut. Eyes follow. Going into a Gedan. Reach the top. Jodan. And knees soften. I reach far behind. And great upper overcut. Hey. Back up to Congo 8. Let's do a formal close and repeat this at least 2 more times. Here we come down with the Gedan Barai with our blade or arm into what's called Chiburi. If you're using a sword, you're going to put it back into the scabbard with a movement called Noto. And if you're open-handed, you will simply return to an open hand start. Okay, let's do it again. And I'm adding on now, so we're doing a full flow from left to right. I'll change back to a diagonal if that helps anyone. Okay. Let's do it once and then I'll see if there's questions. Reach across. Open. Yes. Overhead. Unify. Ski forward. Then bring the blade back up. I pivot also to my left so that my blade faces behind, over my left shoulder. My eyes follow. Chudan. Keep the flow. Keep the flow. Drop on the right side, keeping the eyes in contact. Up, Gedan. Down, Jodan. Reaching behind and out. Coming across Chudan, middle cut. As I come on my left side, my blade prepares to go into Gedan, my eyes follow, and up Gedan. Yes. Pivot at the top, Jodan. Knees soften, I reach far behind. And height. Up to Congo E. And we will proceed with our right-sided movements. Ski. And as I pull back and pivot, looking over my right shoulder. Coming across, big middle cut Chudan. Hearing for Gaidon, my eyes continue to slightly lead my sword upward in Gaidon. Pivot and down in Jodan. Transitioning to a Chudan cut across the middle. All the way through and to the right. On my right side. Up Gaidon. Down Jodan. The eye focus. Going backward, include everything, and Jodan. Right. Coming back up, Kongui. The sword finish. Chiburi. And Noto. I think I'll continue with a semi-diagonal or side view. Perhaps that helps. All right, let's start from the beginning. For Kenjutsu, the sword comes up in front, passes to my left, and down. Diamond 8, die. Opening. Eyes upward, Kenso. Unification. Down, in, and together. Directly ski forward. And as I pull my sword back, my elbows are up, and I pivot to the left. My blade faces back, my eyes look over my left shoulder. Position the blade to horizontal and cut across Chudan. All the way behind, eye focus and blade drop downward as I cut a Gaidon up, 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 change, and down, Jodan. And cut across Chudan, mid-cut. On my left side, it drops all the way, my eyes drop to my left side, up, Gaidon. Down, Jodan. Keep my eye focus and reach back. Bring what's behind, down and out, height. Back up to Congo E. Breathing, concentration. Let's do the right side movements. Out to a ski. Bringing it in as I turn to the right, so my blade goes to my right side, facing back. blade becomes horizontal, cuts across, shoot on. On the left side of my body, my eyes continue to follow my blade down and through, cutting up, gate on. Change the angle at the top, down, jug on. I soften and open to reach behind. And put. Back up to Kangaroo. Chibiru. And no thought. Back to you, Sandra, for closing Mokso. I can't change the spotlight, so just.
Feet shoulder width apart. Yeah, don't worry about that. Feet shoulder width apart. Connect with the earth, yourself, our community, and with heaven. Relax your knees. Mokso. Mokso yame. Re.